What's going on, everyone? I have no idea if this is going to be a good video or not. I decided, you know what? We're going to change of pace. I'll come outside and talk about things outside. I'm also utilizing the DJI mic right here. Once again, don't know if this sounds any good. I put the windscreen on, but it kind of tickles a little bit. So, hope that's not muffled audio. It's so nice outside. I say that as a bug just flies across the fucking screen. So, as you can see by the title, I failed another cut. Pretty much went through an entire sort of microcycle, mesocycle. I guess it depends on how you view your training. If a mesocycle is 12 weeks, then maybe the microcycle is 4 weeks, a 4-week block. I don't want to use too many galaxy brain terms. But basically, I went through the last 4 weeks, which is an entire block of training, not having lost any weight, essentially. I got down to the lowest on the scale was about 278 pounds, which is pretty good. But then I backslid again and fell off the wagon. Every time I might be good for like a week or two. And then something just happens and I just lose control. And I have a bad habit of like losing it and then basically just sort of saying fuck it in general and kind of going on like a 4-day binge or at least a larger period of time in which I don't track. In hindsight, this might have been a bad idea because there's people doing the yard work right now. But fuck it, I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. You never know, you never know. So yeah, basically, I'm good for 2 weeks. I'll go on like a 4-day binge, and we're right back to where we started. And that cycle kind of repeated itself. So I weighed in this morning at like 286 something, which is the heaviest I've ever weighed on camera, which is just wonderful. I love it. You think that would be like embarrassing enough for me to stop making videos just in general? But I don't know. I mean, if one day I ever succeed at this, it'll be nice to have like a log of every single time that I failed and I never gave up. I'd still kept going no matter how many failed cuts I've got. And we're on failed cut like number 6 on camera and who knows how many more off camera. So, but I'm not giving up because what would be the point of that, right? I mean, I don't want to be this way and I am unhealthy, so I can't stop. One day this is going to work. I know it. And one day I'll just have enough discipline to say no to doing stupid shit. So basically, we're starting over, essentially. We're going back to square one, and we're starting the cut pretty much from point zero right now. And I don't know if this is going to be a new series or if this is going to be just a continuation of the weight loss journey that I've been doing. But we're kind of starting over. And the best way to sort of amplify, what am I saying, amplify? And the best way to really solidify this is a new beginning is I'm going to talk about my weight loss plan again for the billionth time. Now, back in the day, I had made a weight loss plan. I want to say it was around 2021, 2022-ish, that I made a video about my weight loss plan. And it was laid out in a very like scientific way, essentially, where I'd broken up it into phases with some periods of diet breaks in between. And I'd lay out certain parameters that I was going to utilize in order to lose the weight. And for the most part, I think I'm going to stick to that plan. I did all that work to make a plan that was sound, but I am going to make a few tweaks. Now, I know it's difficult to predict how long this is going to take, and I don't really want to look at the totality of it right now because I don't really think that's beneficial. I need to get through a period of weight loss first before I start talking about what am I going to do a year from now, right? That doesn't really make any sense if I can't get through even a month without having a backslide of some sort. So I'm not gonna go too into depth on like basic changes, like what I'm gonna do specifically. But for instance, in the original video, I talked a lot about like step counts, and I think my step counter is just too low. I want to say that like I started at like 8,000 steps per day, and I think that's just too low. I think I'm gonna start much higher. So like my step counts are gonna go starting at 10,000 and then progressively getting higher. And what I'm gonna be doing to make sure I hit those numbers every day is I'm probably going to be doing some type of endurance training. And I know nothing about endurance. I know nothing about cardio, so it'll be interesting to start learning about it, especially if, you know, I want to one day utilize that for my job. But I really need it, first of all. My fitness, like I've said in many videos now, is probably not only the worst it's ever been, but the biggest thing that's holding me back, because that influences my ability to work hard in the gym, which means that the number of hard sets that I'm doing is less. And the number of, you know, total volume that I'm doing is less. If we're talking about specifically like set rep schemes, I'm embarrassed as fuck, but I always keep it real with you guys. Doing anything above 5 reps is really difficult on the compounds. I don't know if I talked about this on camera, but I think I might have mentioned it. Like, I literally get out of breath talking to you guys. Talking like this, I'm gonna get out of breath. So, like, it has to change. I have to do some sort of cardio. But yeah, I mean, other than that, you know, when it comes to length, like, that's just something that I can't really think about, because I got to actually succeed at a cut first before we start talking about taking a break. Like, my whole life's been a break. God, it's so peaceful out here, dude. I wish there weren't people working on their yards and looking at me like I'm crazy, because I could really just chill out here for a long time. Although my farmer's tan is crazy. I've been seeing it in my videos. Like, I've got this crazy farmer's tan, and maybe I should like be shirtless out here or something and try and even it out. But anyway, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. Of course, they're gonna start doing some crazy shit. I'm gonna go train now, or soon-ish, and get a proper vlog up for you guys one of these days. Sorry for my absence. I've basically just been embarrassed that I've gained the weight again, and I kind of gotta stop taking all these breaks. Anyway, that's it. We'll see you guys in the next one.